Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Happy Tuesday, March 5th. Wow, time is definitely running over here. So March 5th as we start week number 10. Good morning, Norm. How you doing this morning?
I'm good, Carlos. How are you? Good morning.
Doing good, doing good. Always forget to switch my headphones here. There we go. Excellent. All right, guys, we got a pretty good show set up for you today. A lot of great stuff happening. If you saw Norm's tweet last night, it's a great announcement we have of a program that we're very excited. So more on that later on. That's when we get into our announcements. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday as well to start the week. If you didn't, there's four more days left that we can recover from, or it just continue to trade well. So no, again, no fear of missing out. No forcing things. Let's stay focused. That's the name of the game. Stay focused, trade well, and not overdo things. So we got a nice little gappers list here. So we'll get through that. See that we got some stock on earnings. I know Target was earnings. Not sure about these other ones, but we'll get through them as well. All right. So let's look at what we had yesterday. So here's my watch list from yesterday. Yesterday was, again, I think we had another great watch list, a lot of great moves. I actually did not trade almost anything on my watch list besides KHC. So let's go through these. Let's look at the Children's Place here, how it did yesterday. Let's get this chart set up. All right, here we go. So let's log into, oh, no action for something that was active yesterday. Nothing going on this morning. No pre-market action. So let's look at yesterday here. So yesterday had gap down. Again, I think it had earnings. But Children's Place was very hard to trade. Very flat. Not much going on, no action at all. Again, the 1 minute chart looks a little better. It looks like it has some flow here, but if you look at the 5 minute chart, which is very important, I like to trade over a higher time frame, not the 1 minute because it's too nosy here. So you might get caught in some chop. But the 5 minute chart, it just doesn't look clean. Engulfing pattern after engulfing pattern, wrapping its way around the VWAP. And again, sometimes you might not see this right away because what happens is when you're in a trade, you don't know this here is going to happen, right? You see this engulfing pattern here, you go short, you get stopped out. Then you see another engulfing pattern here. Actually, here could have been a good one. You go long, you get a good move. But the minute you get stopped out at least twice, you got to take a break from the stock and walk away. Look at what else is in play. Don't force anything because that happens quite a bit. We get the question over the chat rooms and on YouTube and emails. How do you know a stock is not going to be chopped? Well, we don't know. All you know is your signals, right? This looks, for example, this here sells up, sells right back down to VWAP. This looks good here for a short. Next thing you know, it's popping right back up, right? So this is a trade that you would take. But again, the minute you're stopped out 3 times, 2 times on a stock, take a break. Just make sure you're not over trading it and trying to force something that's not there on a stock that's just going sideways. So Children's Place, unless you got a good entry, you're able to get a good move. But I like to get my entries off the 1 minute after I get confirmation on the 5. And look at the 1 minute. It just doesn't look clean at all, right? At least at the open. So not great. Mid-afternoon, mid-morning gives you this beautiful drop here. Once it loses these levels, then it goes to a really nice downtrend here all the way to the low of the day. That was clean. But over here, not easy to take a trade. Next, we had EA. So EA sold off nicely right here at the open. Actually, the 1 minute chart looks beautiful. Look at this. Goes right up to VWAP. Cannot get above VWAP. Rejects all this price level. And then just rises this moving average all the way down. So this was a beautiful short here. Hopefully people were able to take that short there. Next, we had KHC. KHC was some mess. So here's what I'm talking about. I got caught in this chop here. I tried to take it long. Over here after I saw these wicks, tried to take it long on the way up, got stopped out over here. Then me and Andrew actually tried to take it long here again. It looks good, right? Above VWAP, closes above VWAP, and then it just gets no momentum, loses it. We got stopped out again, then it goes right below the VWAP here, back to the low of the day. So again, just very difficult to trade. Look at the 5 minute chart, how choppy this is. It does settle in nicely though. Right, gives you kind of like a double bottom here. There's a great double bottom. You get in here for long. Your stop is here 32.80, and it takes off to VWAP. You're able to survive this with a good entry here, and it goes right back up. So again, it does give you a nice move, but at the open was very choppy here. Then look at this. It loses it here nicely. This was a great drop. I think this is when the SPY was selling off yesterday. The SPY just went on a dumping rally. Mid-afternoon, mid-morning, I think it was, right? Norm, can't recall
Yeah.
the exact time, but
Yep.
everything just seemed to be dropping. It was just crazy. So I also had YRV, YRIV, but I didn't really trade it. Didn't do much. Just very choppy all over the place here. And then of course, it's a dollar. It's a stock that's under $1. So I threw it in here as a filler. I didn't have nothing else to watch. But again, not really a great stock. RKDA didn't do much for us yesterday neither. Kind of very choppy open. Just sold off for the rest of the day. You had a quick breakout here, but nothing fancy with no volume. So usually when you don't have no volume, you want to be careful with these low flow stocks. Volume is very important when you're trading stocks that are this low. Next, and how about CIFS? Oh man, this stock was amazing. Several opportunities right at the open here. You can get in. Look at this 1 minute chart, how clean that is. Comes to VWAP, you can get in for a long here. Consolidates here, loses it, and then right back up for another push. I think Andrew took this push here, if I'm not mistaken. Got a beautiful play there, and I think he also took it short. He had stocks of shares available for short on this, so he played it both ways. Very, very lovely. So make sure you check out his recap on how he traded this stock. Now these two here, I did not have on my watch list. NTNX was mentioned by you guys in the chat room, so thank you for that. I tried to take it short here several times. It wasn't short selling restriction yesterday, so very difficult to get in here. Norm, I don't know if you took a shot at this one or not yesterday. NTNX.
Yeah, I had a little trade on it. I had a little trade on it. It was kind of weird the day before, so I was small size, but it worked out.
Good. Yeah, so I tried to get in several times. I tried to get in, I think it was 934 because this looked great. I sent an order here, didn't get filled. Sent another one, didn't get filled. Then it was already down here. I'm like, crap. I just, you know what? I just let it go. That's it. It was after these two tries, you don't want to get caught in an impossible squeeze. But this traded very well. Thanks to you guys for pointing that out. OKTA, also another stock you guys pointed out, just sold off drastically at the open. This was saved my day yesterday, actually. You took it for a reversal here. Just a beautiful reversal that happened all the way up to these moving averages here. So these two stocks traded great. This was a good thing about being in a chat room and also having, you know, your eyes on the scanner. So you guys called this out, and even though I didn't have anything good on my watch list, you know, these two were great to look at. All right, guys, so that's our top plays and highlights for yesterday. Also, check out YouTube recap from Kurt on Cron. So he goes over a new strategy that he's trying. So make sure you check that out. I love watching recaps from members because, again, you just can learn. There's so many ways to trade the markets, and this is why you got to keep an open mind, because you can learn something that you can fit into your strategy, right? There's no right or wrong strategy. There's just what fits your style, and that's what's important. All right, so let's get rid of all of this. Let's see what the SPY is doing today. I know it had a big drop yesterday during the mid. Here we go. So this was yesterday, right? Mid-morning, just starts dumping for no reason. I tried to look for news. Norm, did you find anything? I didn't see any news with the reason why this was happening here.
Construction spending report was out yesterday morning that it was down. So I think we're just at that topping point. You showed it on the SPY daily recently, and we're just trying to get through some resistance around 2800, 2810.
Yep.
So that's kind of what's going on right now.
Yeah, as you can see, guys.
I believe.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, you can see with the SPY here, I guess it's just finding any reason to drop, right? Any news to drop. But there's clearly heavy resistance right here. There's a gap here that has to be filled all the way up here. So we're struggling getting above this level. Look how many times it's tested it. 1, 2, 3. Obviously, we had this huge drop. Comes right back to it. It's another test right here again. And then yesterday, looked like it was going to break out, but did a pullback. So, me personally, again, we're not analysts here on what the SPY is going to do next, but I don't think it's ready to sell off anytime soon. I think it's just, you know, this is healthy trading of a market here on an uptrend. This is very healthy, nice pullbacks. You're not getting anything like you're getting over here where it's just, you know, okay, that's a major drop, another major drop, and so forth. So that's what we have in the SPY, starting up pretty flat today, which is kind of what has been doing every single day. It just starts flat and doesn't really go, doesn't really start gapping up or down. So that's good. All right, let's look at our gappers list right over here. Let's start with CTRP. CTRP gapping up nicely here, 14%. Let's see how this pre-market action looks. Pre-market action looks decent. Daily chart looks okay. Actually looks good. I like the daily chart. This is a nice little trend here, nice little flow to it. So daily chart looks great. Pre-market action, we have 459,000 shares traded. We can see that right over here. So that's quite a bit. Pre-market action looks okay. Yeah, this looks good. I like CTRP. So we'll find some levels on here. Next we have HUYA up 7.8. Daily chart so. Let's see what the pre-market action is doing here. Pre-market action is pretty dead, although it has some kind of volume. 279,000 shares. It's really choppy. Let's see if it can get better. Look what you can tell by the volume. Look what the volume is here, and here, right? So that's pretty choppy at the moment. Hopefully it can get better as the morning develops. Next we have Target. Target's funny because I have a video on Target. I'm gonna probably do one today about some flashback on Target. But as you can see here, gapping up 6%. So I guess they had earnings this week. I know that because Norm, you have posted it in your Twitter account. So I know that they're definitely up on earnings. 741,000 shares traded so far. Decent pre-market action, not the greatest, but I do like the flow here that we're getting. So that's nice. And hopefully the volume can continue to come in. Daily chart looks good. You can see here the daily chart just been, again, kind of looks like the SPY just been trading with the market really. But they're breaking out now. So actually they're closing this gap too. Look at this gap here. This is one that the market dropped a lot. So you got this gap over here too. They're kind of closing. They're bouncing from it. So let's see if we can get some good plays out of Target today. Next we have KSS. What's KSS? I know we traded in the past. This is Kohl's. All right,
Kohl's,
so
yeah.
Another retailer gapping up 5.4, 289,000 shares. What I don't like about Kohl's, I think Kohl's trades choppy. I traded it before in the past, and yeah, you can see my levels here, but it doesn't trade clean most days than not. So, but looking pretty good today. Decent so pre-market action. Daily chart looks good again, leaving these levels here gapping up nicely after having a really rough day yesterday. So that's a good sign of strength here. We got some really clean levels here that we can mark also. So let's see what that gives us today. WB down 5%. Horrible daily chart, and I'll explain why in a second. So what I don't like about this daily chart, look at the gaps, right? You see all these gaps here. So is this a foreign stock?
Yeah, well, it's Chinese.
Chinese, okay. So again, it's just foreign stock. I don't usually like to trade. They can tend to be very choppy. Does not mean that once in a while you get a nice trade out of them, but the majority of the times they seem to be very choppy. So, but the pre-market action looks okay. Needs to get more volume, but you do have kind of a range here happening. Seems to be holding this 68.85. So we'll keep it on here for now. See if we get a good pre-market action out of this and some good volume, and we can watch it. HTC is down 6% here, 215,000 shares traded so far. Not the best daily chart. Had a beautiful day. I think it was two weeks ago. We traded this here. Traded really nice. Pre-market action right now looks so not great. Again, I think it's just because it needs a little more volume to get going here. But HTC, we traded in the past. If it does get up into a nice trading zone, it can trade very nicely. So we'll look forward to that today. ADMS is 334,000 shares so far, down 31%. So I like when stocks are dropping that much. Daily chart doesn't look great, very choppy. As you can see here, guys, there's more wicks than body. So that usually tends to create a lot of chop. It is trading nice from here to here. So whatever news or whatever's happening, it did trade very nice in this area here. And now whatever has occurred has dropped this quite a bit. Actually, let's look at our Benzinga here and see what is the news on this. So they got so earnings and then a few downgrades here. Okay, so they got some downgrades on earnings. All right, so this looks again, it just doesn't look great. Very choppy pre-market action. You can see here it doesn't look nice flow to it, but I like the fact that it's down 31%. That's quite a bit. And we got some clean levels over here we can find down at 747. Over here too, you got this consolidation happening here, which is where the price is at now. So could be good to see what kind of levels we can get out of this, and if it can get more volume and a nice trade happening here. We do have shares for short as well. Hopefully that will stay like that for the open. So this could be played both ways. Let's check our NASDAQ active. NASDAQ gains. See what we have here. AWSM 496,000 shares traded so far, up 36%. That's quite a bit. What is the float on this one? Don't recall ever trading this stock. So very low float, guys, but it does look like it's in play. When it does get the volume, it does run. See the volume down here? You get a nice move. Small volume, you still got a big move here. And then here, tons of volume. Look at this move here. So I had a big day yesterday. It looks like it was not on our list yesterday, but yesterday had a big day with some volume. So today's is setting up to possibly, you know, make another move here. So it's already gapped up quite a bit. Another 31, I'm sorry, gapping down quite a bit, 31%. Wait a minute, it's gapping down. Oh, okay. So I see, so it opened up here. Why is this gapping down? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stock. Sorry, guys. I'm looking at the wrong ticker. Oh, here we go. Gapping up 38%. I was looking at this one here, 31. I'm like, why is it gapping down? Yeah, up 38%. That's good. Correct chart, just wrong information. So again, just gapping up 38% after a big day yesterday. So let's see what it does today. Pre-market action looks good, has the volume. So this could be a nice, be setting up for a nice low flow here. So let's make a little space and let's bring this down over here. AWSM for a possible low flow play today. Next we have NCTY. NCTY has the volume, but not a great pre-market action. It is gapping up 31%. That's quite a bit. Wow, look at this day over here. That's just crazy. That's insane. What's that? Gapping up 300% or something?
Yeah,
so,
I remember this ticker. I think it might have been traded in the room by somebody.
Yeah, so definitely, what's the float on this? Let's check this out. NCTY. So low flow, but not low, not single digits, right? It's just 24 million shares here. So it is tradable, but the pre-market action right now does not look great, but it is gapping up quite a bit. Let's throw it on here, see how this develops. I'm sure this is catching a lot of retail traders' eyes here, up 34%. IDEX is also forming some kind of ABCD pattern here, but not much volume. Also gapping up quite nicely, 27%. What's going on? The low flow stocks has been on a roll. Actually, this is not a low flow. This is 98 million shares, so it's not a low flow. But again, it looks like it's trading like a low flow though. So it could still be a risky stock. I'm going to put it down here anyways. Next we have JMU. JMU is also has volume, 405,000 shares, up 21%. What is the flow? Way too many low flows. 3.7 million. So this is very low flow. So again, another one on here. We'll throw it on here. We'll pick two out of the best ones that we get. PTIE, nothing happening. CTRP, we have already on our main list. MRNS, we traded before in the past. Not much volume, has a good pop here, but again, only 10,000 shares traded, so not great. SKIN, no volume. Next we have GSKY, nothing happening. OSN, nothing going on. All right, let's get to our NASDAQ active. PRPO, not tradable. VEON, let me go back. I'm saying it's not tradable because one, it's under $1, so really a penny stock. And just look at this action, right? 2.2 million shares traded between just a couple of cents. So you don't want to be involved in stuff like that. You know, leave that for the people that have a lot of experience and know what they're doing. You know, if you're starting out, you don't want to deal with this type of thing. VEON, not tradable. Next we have ETFs. NCTY we have already. AWSM we have as well. JMU we have. ADMS we have also on here. What else? And last one, VOD. Not a great pre-market action. Has some volume. I think we traded this before in the past, but it doesn't trade well. And you can tell. Look at this daily chart, guys. This is a horrible daily chart. Look at the gaps between all the open and close. So again, just something you don't want to be trading. And the pre-market is showing some of that. The pre-market is all over the place with these gaps. So again, just not a tradable stock. All right, guys, we got plenty here. Way too many low flows today. Look at these percentages: 24, 21, 34, 35, 20. So that's good, all with some decent volume. So looks like the low flows are in play today. All right, guys, let's see what you have on your end. Anything that we might have not gone over. Let's check right over here. I see ACB being mentioned. ACB, let's see what it's up to. ACB looks good. 1.3 million shares traded so far, up 4.2. That's great. This is a POS stock, I believe, right? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yep, good. So I do not have shares for sure on this, but the volume looks great on ACB. Pre-market action also looks very strong. Daily chart looks decent. Looks like it wants to, like it's ready for a bounce here. Let me remove all these levels. I just got way too many. We got tons of levels in here already. So yeah, we could take a look at this. It looks like it wants to get up here to the highs, right? This high here of 7 or 788 or so. So ACB looks good. IDEX, yes, I do have IDEX right here. So we have some news enjoying the EV market or something, I believe. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cooper. We'll take a look at that. It looks like it's in play today. Some decent trading there. ADMS, bad guidance. Yeah, ADMS I have here down 31%. So some bad guidance. Thank you, Mike. Yep, it looks good. It looks really good. It has the volume. It looks choppy right now, the pre-market action, but hopefully we can start getting into a nice flow on here. I do like the fact that it's down quite a bit. 31% is quite a bit for this stock. So let's see if we can give us a nice play. Yeah, Huya we have. Huya is right over here. I have that as well. Some really nice volume. Daily chart is so-so. I don't like the daily chart as much as the other ones that I'm seeing. But the pre-market action is getting decent, right? If it can continue to create some nice flow here, we want to see this. We want to see it create ranges. Opposed to ADMS, it's not creating any range. See, it's flat. So this is not looking too great. HTC, somewhat creating a range. You got a weird candle happening here, but it is creating a range. That's nice. WB, same thing. You got creating this range here, bounces from here, then right back down. So that's good. KSS, this is what I don't like KSS because it tends to be choppy. So look. Has the volume, it's gapping up, but it's pretty flat, so I don't want to see that. Target looks a little better, right? You gotta have these bounces over here, so that's what you want to see in the stock you're trading. If you have a lot of stocks to watch, you want to pick out the best. This also looks pretty flat, but it is on an uptrend. So it's up 12%, 542,000 shares traded, so I do like that. Tesla, what is Tesla up to? Tesla continues to drop. I thought they had some good news happening. I guess it doesn't matter. So they're dropping again 1.4. So Tesla has a good daily chart. It just looks very weak, but they're coming up on a point here. You see this level here? This could be something. It's 279.72. So interesting to see what's going to happen when it gets there. So right now it actually has a really good pre-market action, guys. Again, look at this flow here, losing it, coming right back up. So Tesla is in play today. All right, guys, so what else we have? So we have JD. What is JD up to? Usually JD, flat, no volume, but it can open up pretty well and trade well. So if you have space to watch one more, definitely throw that on there. I'm not going to look at it yet. I'll wait for it to come up in our scanners. CRM looks good. 437,000 shares traded and climbing. Daily chart looks good here. They're opening up pretty flat though, but they were gapping down at one point. All the way down here, recover almost everything that they gapped down this morning. So you have this drop here and then right back up. So yeah, so this looks good, guys. We got way too many. I'm gonna skip this one. We have way too many. So let me do this. Let me get through these here. Let's get rid of some, and then if you guys have more that look great, we'll go through these. Norm, anything on your end that looks interesting?
I've got NEO. There's no gap. It's only up 0.5%. It's on volume. They released earnings, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I don't usually trade it, but that's just kind of a fallback in case my other stuff doesn't work out. Gotcha.
I'll throw it on here just in case too. All right, excellent. All right, we'll do, let me do a few more. GDP, guys, no volume there. CIEN. Not a good pre-market action, and the volume is not there. It needs to get better volume. GNC could be choppy. I traded GNC before in the past. But today, really choppy pre-market action, not great volume, so we'll definitely skip that one for now. And CLAR, no volume as well. Has a good daily chart, it's been ripping it here. Lost some yesterday, but again, just for the open, doesn't look too great at the moment. Yeah, Coast we have. What's going on with Coast? Anything? Yeah, Coast we have here. Again, it tends to be pretty flat, but it does have the volume. It is gapping up nicely, so I guess they had good earnings, and so is Target. So we have it on watch. We'll find some levels for that. All right, guys, before we find some levels here, let's get to some announcements. Just a quick thing. Andrew is going to be in London on March 8th. So he's looking for anyone that's willing to meet up and meet him, you know, go grab a few drinks or whatever the case may be. So make sure you check that out. Here's the link. I'm gonna send this now so you guys have it. Actually, Abio posted in the chat room already. So make sure you take a look at that, and again, he'll be there, and we'd love to meet anyone that's in the area. So Norm, myself, Ryan, and Andrew are going to have a meetup in New York. We're actually going to go to the Trader Expo in New York City. So make sure to check us out as well if you can. We're having a meetup on Sunday, March 10th at 8 p.m. Sorry for the late notice, but again, we're trying to get to this show next week, Monday and Tuesday, I believe, right? And then Sunday we're going to be in the city as well. So we're going to send the link for that. We would love to have you guys if you're available. No pressure. We know that it's very late notice, but if you're in town and you want to meet up, we'll send the details. Let me post this here, the details of where we're going to be at, and you can meet up with us. All right. And then we have one more announcement, Norm.
Yeah, so we're very excited to announce we've got a new program coming up called the Bear Bull Traders Challenge. Just a second. Hey, Bill, can you pop over to YouTube and take care of the chickens over here? The Bear Bull Traders Challenge, it's going to be a competition simulator for 2 weeks. Carlos will post there you go. It is on our website. We will post the link. Anyway, it's 2 weeks, and there's a chance to win a free lifetime membership to Bear Bull Traders at the end of the competition.
All right, we're just taking care of this thing over here. Yeah, yeah, Dre, we're trying to block him now. Sorry about that. We got a smart one.
Well, they're signing in under different names is the problem. So anyway, so the Bear Bull Traders Challenge, it's 2 weeks. We limited the number of rules in it. You know, pretty much you would trade it like a $25,000 account, no positions overnight. You know, you can reset your equity in DAS right now. If you have simulator, you can't in this, and then we'll tally it up. We will tally it up at the end of the 2 weeks, and the trader with the best 5-day record there will win a free lifetime membership. The first week is just a trial. So anyway, this is a great way at a reduced price to try out the DAS simulator. At the same time, you can try to come in our chat room. It's an add-on. You don't have to be a part of the chat room to do this, but that is it. Carlos, any thoughts or ideas on that?
No, I'm just, again, it's a great way, guys, if you want to get started, you know, and see what trading is all about. Maybe you had an opportunity before, you know, check out the platform, see, you know, what's involved with trading. So I think it's a great opportunity to get your foot in the door and be part of this challenge. So definitely check it out. Again, we'll have more information on here. We'll send the link out in a second for this challenge. All right, guys, so let's get to it. So we have quite a bit of a list here. So let's go through this and find some levels and see what we could keep. Again, we have a very big watch list. I know there's some stuff. You guys are pointing out some really good tickers as well. But I think we might just have too many to watch today. All right, let's start with CTPR, looking amazing right now. It just continues to rip higher here. I like what it's doing. It looks like it's back at the high of the pre-market. It looks like it wants to take off. What level do we have after this? All right, so we have a level coming up here on this date. So I'm going to mark this one, another one right above that. Let's zoom in a little bit. Right above that, we have this one here. So we have 40.14, and then above this, You got this one here at about 40.75, 40.70. So I'm going to mark that one as well. So two good levels towards the top. It looks like it wants to get there. I'm going to mark the high of the pre-market now. I think it's going to rip through that. It's just the way it looks here. High of the pre-market 39.62. Low of the pre-market 37.65. So we'll mark that one also here. Let's see if we could find any levels in between, just in case this thing wants to drop down and go higher. Oh, we got a perfect level. This is what I call an extreme level, right? It comes right up, then bounces right down. So very clean level towards the bottom right here at 38.92. So let's mark that down. Excellent. So this looks good. Again, it looks like it's very strong right now, about to rip through the high of the pre-market. Volume is coming in nicely. Look at the volume. This is what I love. You got the ramp. This is what I call the ramp, right? It ramps up, and then it just stays up and it just continues to be steady. That's good pre-market action, is what you want to see. So CTR starting to look really good. HUYA doesn't look too great. Still very choppy. Seems like the volume is just not great here. So I'm not a fan of this one right now. It is up 7%. The daily chart looks a little choppy. Again, we just can't watch all of these, but let's mark some levels just in case. High of the pre-market 27.40. Let's put that down there. Then towards the bottom, you got plenty of levels. Previous day high over here, previous day high, previous day close, and you got the previous day lows as well right on here. If it does pop back up to this 27.42, let's find a level above here. So right over here, we have another one at a 28.88. So we got a level here, and then another all the way up here at a 30.71. All right. So some pretty good levels there so far. Again, just let's see how the pre-market action develops. Doesn't look great right now. Target's looking good. Has a nice range popping up, you know, making these ranges here. Now coming right back down. It's up 5.2%. Tons of volume, 947. High of pre-market, you have it at 77.89. Let's find some levels in between here. I think we're trying to close a gap. It came all the way up to 77.92, which is the bottom of this gap here. See this huge gap we have here, and now there's really no level in between there, and so I don't want to go too back. I think this is good right now. So towards the bottom, you have all these levels here: previous day highs, previous day close, and previous day lows. So right now in the pre-market, I'm gonna mark down this one right here. I'm gonna mark this level where you have two tested on 76.27. Again, tested it twice, did kind of like a bounce between here and here. Let's see if it loses that, or if it continues to bounce within this range. But target looks good. I like the pre-market action, I like the volume, and I like the daily chart. KSS, again, KOS is one that can tend to be very choppy. I'm not liking the pre-market action. It looks pretty flat. Some levels just in case. We have 70.70. Above that, we have this date right over here, guys, at what's the level for this? This will be 71.44. So let's mark that on there. Let's see if we have anything above that. Then above that, you really have this level all the way up here at 72.79. So let's zoom in just a bit here. So plenty of levels towards the bottom, plenty towards the top. Trying to see what we have going on over here. So again, just for me personally, KOS looks very flat. So I'm not liking this flat action here. But overall, again, the volume is there. The daily chart looks good, but I'm not liking the flat action. I might drop it because of that. I think like a target looks a little better. See this flow here? That looks a lot better and cleaner than KISS does. WB is heading back down here. I do like the pre-market action, not the best volume. So right over here, let's select this one here, 67.61, low of the pre-market. Below that, we have 65.12, and then under that, we have 63.38. So we have those levels right on there, pretty clean. Daily chart doesn't look great. Again, look at these days over here, just pretty flat. Towards the top, you have the previous day lows, previous day low here, previous day close, and then previous day highs right over here. So let's see how the pre-market action develops. Again, doesn't look great compared to the other stuff we're looking at. Let's see if we can lose this 67.61. We do have shares for sure on this, so we could definitely get a move both ways here. HTC dropping down again. Let's remove all these levels we have from the previous time we traded it. Low of the pre-market also coming up on that moving average there. I think that's the 50 if I'm not mistaken. 1834. And then prior below this, we have another gap over here we can possibly fill at 1755. Then towards the top, plenty of levels, guys. Look at this. Previous day low, previous day low, previous day close, previous day high, and then what's the other previous day high? Yeah, right over here as well. So plenty of levels on HTC. Pre-market action right now has a good flow. Weird candle here, but it has a good flow. Bounces from here and then right back down. And the volume is there. Hopefully the volume can pick up. We want to see that ramp, right? We want to see that ramp up and then kind of steady volume. And that creates a nice flow. Atoms, I like Atoms because it's down 30%. But aside from that, it's not really, doesn't really have a good pre-market action, right? Low of the pre-market 778. And if it drops that, you have another 3 days supporting this set, being supported by the 751. So you can mark that as well. And is that all-time low? Because if it is, that makes it even more interesting. I like when stuff are that close to the all-time low. Yes, it is. All right, so this just goes up a bit in my ranking because when stuff is close to the all-time low, it just makes it interesting. So it bounced from 784, 751 is the all-time low. You do have a consolidation here between these days. I'm going to mark this also here, 894. I like when you have several days consolidating one price range. That can be something. And then I'm going to mark down here this 994, and then towards the top, the current high of the pre-market, 1066. All right, guys, not a fan of this one so much because it's just pretty flat, looks like. All right, so let's see. ACB is dropping down. I'm going to remove ACB, guys, just because I do not have shares for short, but it does look great if you want to watch it, hopefully for a bounce here. If it can get above these this level it has here. It has resistance, clear resistance at 782 is going to be one, and then the next one is going to be 823. If it can break through this 760 here, which is the high of 2 days ago, it can really go for a run. So if you're going to watch this, mark this to 782 and 824. Could be a good levels. And towards the bottom, you got plenty. You got plenty here if you do have shares for short. Previous day close, previous day lows, all listed down here. So I'm going to remove this one from my end. Tesla's looking great. Again, it looks like it wants to break this level 279 that we have here. Let's see what we have below 279. If I zoom out and go to this day over here, obviously we have this one right over here, 263.58. Above that, you can mark not clean over here to find levels. You can see the daily charts all over the place, but I want something in between here because from 280 to 269, that's a big drop. I want something in the middle that I can look forward to take profit. So 271, I'm picking it based on this day here. That's the one I'll go with, 271.10. All right, so Tesla looks good. Towards the top, you got plenty of levels. Don't really need to add anymore. Previous day low, previous day close. You also have 289.54 from this day here. So plenty of room there. Plenty of levels there for you to look at. So looking very weak right now. Has a good pre-market action. Looks like it wants to lose is 279. Next we have NIO. NIO is reported. We have tons of levels already. I'm gonna read them out to you. It's hanging out at the previous day close right now. Previous day high from 2 days ago. You also have 945 from this day here, and you have 903 from this day here. Also previous day low right over here as well. And then if it wants to bounce towards the top, you got 1020 previous day high. Actually 10 from here, this day here, and then this one here. If it goes above that, which it can, your next level will be 1063, which is the high of a couple of days ago. So NIO looks good. I'm not going to watch it myself. I think I got way too many, so we'll get rid of this one. Let's look at these low flows. Let's see what we have here in the low flows. IDEX is looks good. Let's find some levels for it. 246 is one level we have here. I'm also going to mark down this one here at 226 because it could put in a fallen angel. I'm going to mark this one also here, 211. If it drops down and decides to go higher, fallen angel is one of the strategies we teach here that tend to happen a lot in the low flows area. Another level, clear level right here, 278. Look at this here, how nice that level is. So plenty of levels for IDX. It's losing it now. Let's see if we can hold this 211. Next we have NCTY. NCTY is ripping. What is the next level on NCTY? There's not a next level besides this one all the way up here, A14. I mean, that's great. Yeah, okay. Well, there's one right over here, 355. All right, no, not really much daily levels here. Let's mark the high of the pre-market, though it looks like we're about to rip through that now anyways, but it could come back down to it. So mark that. Let's mark the low of the pre-market also, just in case. Right now it's just ripping really nicely. So I like this one. NCTY looks amazing. AWSM, this looks crappy, guys. It's losing it, not really doing much. So I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't like to watch too many low floats. So I'm gonna pick the best 2 out of these 4 that we have here. Next we have JMU. JMU also doesn't look as great as these 2. So I think IDEX and NCTY for sure is in play. JMU I'm gonna get rid of because I just don't like the way it's looking now. And really IDEX I might get rid of as well. I might just watch NCTY out of the low floats. All right, so let's get rid of some. Still got way too many. CTRP we like. Let me see here. I think I'm going to get rid of Coles. Yeah, I don't like Coles. It's pretty flat right now. I'll get rid of that one. WB, HTC, Adams. Adams is popping back up here, so that's nice. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, way too many. So, guys, I'm going to get rid of IDEX just because it's just way too many. NCTY looks like the one to be where the money's at. These guys are ripping here. So this is my watch list so far, guys. I'm gonna post this in a second. Well, actually, I'm gonna post this right before the open, probably 9:25. I'm gonna wait to see what Andrew puts on his watch list. What else develops out of here? If anything else becomes cleaner or nicer. Right now, all of these have potential, but CTRP looks great. I think that's gonna have a good move. I like Target. And HTC starting to do something here, so that's good as well. Norm, anything on your end that you see interesting?
No, just what I already mentioned. Sorry, I've been a little sidetracked trying to take care of the YouTube chat.
Yeah, guys, in YouTube, sorry for that. We have a smart one, very intelligent guy posting crap in our YouTube chat room. So extremely sorry for that. We're trying to delete as much as possible. It looks like they stopped now, but what they were doing is creating different accounts and going in there and posting a bunch of chicken emojis or whatever. Maybe they're hungry. I don't know. Go to McDonald's, get a nugget or something. I don't know. But yeah, it sucks. You got people that have nothing better to do. All right, guys. So this is my watch list, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Again, extremely sorry for the last piece over there on YouTube. I'm gonna post this watch list a little later on Twitter, so make sure you follow me at Carlos BBT MBBT. I'll post it, Carlos MBBT, and also at Norm BBT, and also at Bearable Traders. Make sure you follow that. Andrew posts a lot of great content and stuff like that on there. All right, guys. So this is my list. I'm trying to see if there's anything else we missed in the Gapper scans. BL before we hop off. Let's see BL. Nope, nothing happened on BL. Unit. Oh, Unit is on here. Hold on. Let's take a look at Unit, because Unit has been trading well. But not today. It doesn't look good today. But we have had some good plays on Unit. But it's heading back down towards the low of the day. So keep an eye out for Unit on the scanners, guys. This could be a good one today. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great day. Trade safe. I will see you guys again tomorrow, 8:30 Eastern time. Make sure to check out that link about the Dash Trader Pro Challenge. I'm really excited about that program. If you're not trading now and you want to get into trading, that's a great challenge to get into and get a feel for what trading is all about. Take care, guys, and have a great day.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Trade safe.